All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. We have the Crafty and Beatz Gaming Podcast, episode number 7. And today we're talking all about FGL. It's all about FGL and the FGL NFT games. So, we're going to go over it. We're going to get into it a little bit. Currently, we are on the Wax blockchain, and the FGL games are going to be expanding. Now, I'm going to bring on my man Beatz. Now, Beats, how you feeling about today's episode?
I'm feeling great. I'm looking forward to talking about what's going on within the FGL space, their games, and learning maybe some things we haven't talked about yet. And before we get started, I did just want to shine some light real quick on the FGL token, which has performed very well since its inception. I'm just going to do a real quick screen share here, just so we can kind of get an idea. Um, all good on your end, buddy? You can see that.
Oh, yeah.
So you can see FGL token real quick. January of 2022 started off at about 1 cent. This project has almost 10x'd since its inception, and it's been performing really well. So I just wanted to quick show this so people can see that what these people are doing, very positive, looking real nice, and I'm excited.
Excellent.
I'm excited.
Well, without further ado,
Who do we have today, my man?
we're going to be bringing up our first guest. So let's do it. I'm going to welcome her to the show. And it is Martine from the FGL development team. And she is
Hi,
also
guys.
the Mecha World.
Hey,
How goes the battle?
Pretty good. I mean, which battle? Is that a Mecha World battle or an Outlaw Trooper battle, or is it a Cosmic Clash battle? Or who knows what's coming up?
yeah.
Man,
All those games performing very well and extremely fun to play. I'm loving it. Looking forward to hearing what you have to say about it and what you'd like to talk about today.
yeah, we appreciate you stopping in to hang out for a bit. So, yeah, let's get right into it. I have a couple of questions. Like, what exactly is FGL NFT games?
Well, FGL has quite a long history for like an NFT game company. So we started about, I guess it's like 15, 16 years ago, where FGL was first like a marketplace where developers and publishers of Flash games, because all the web games were about Flash in those days. So where developers and publishers could make deals to license their games for basically. And so about 10 years ago, we pivoted towards mobile game publishing because the world of games was moving away a bit from Flash web games. So we went into mobile, focused on mobile free-to-play publishing. Did that for about 10 years now. We're still doing that. So our games are still definitely in the App Store and also on Steam. Very casual games. So, very much for a different audience as we're, as we have with the NFT games. Because like for our casual mobile games, it's more about women 40 plus. So it's like, match 3 games, bingo, time management, hidden objects, stuff like that.
Right.
But we did definitely learn very valuable lessons there for, not just for like great UX, UI and stuff like that, but also how to design a really sort of stable game economy in both single player and multiplayer games. And that's just very valuable experience that we're taking on to this Web3 journey. I guess like started about 2 years ago when we really started sort of making our first steps into the world of Wax. And the first title that we launched, Cosmic Clash, and it's been a wild ride since then.
Yeah, very cool.
We're loving the games and like the crossover utilities that comes with them. And I mean, the SSG, we have a bunch of people playing all of the games, and we're really impressed with the development team, and especially with just the constant innovations and upgrades you guys do. It's really impressive because if you've been in NFT gaming, you've seen a lot. There's been a lot of games that have been in development for like 2 years, and there's so many of them that just have not gone live.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times when they do go live, it's like they don't do many pushes to update the game, and so it just gets stale
Yeah.
really fast.
Yeah, that's definitely also what we saw when we already 2 years ago when space was booming. And I still see it today when I go to like game conferences. I see pitches for like teams that are trying to raise a couple of million to build like a super epic MMO. It's going to come out in 5 years. And I'm just thinking like, I don't even know what's going to happen next week, let alone in 5 years,
Yeah.
So it seems pretty risky to be building for like such long-term plans. And from the start, we decided like, okay, we're not going to do that. We're going to build something that we can launch in a very reasonable time scale. So like, I think we like started up building up our audience in like January 2022, and we launched Cosmic Clash in February. And to be honest, like every day between the drop and the launch of the game felt like 2 days too long. So that was already quite stressful. So I cannot imagine having people sort of invested in your game already, having bought into a drop, and then letting them wait for years. Like,
Yeah.
that's definitely not kind of the community management and stress that we want to be in. So we're just continuing with like building these, sort of smaller scale experiences. But since they're smaller scale to build, they're sort of not less fun, and you guys play them, so you guys know that like even though the battle mechanics and the animations and stuff like that can be sort of pretty simple, that it's still definitely it's got enough depth to really keep you hooked and keep you playing it for months.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would agree.
When we did the first, because we love the crossover battles, and we did a collaboration with Starship, and just because that's not super graphics when you're flying around shooting down and battling ships and stuff,
Right.
but it's so engaging. It's so much fun, and so it's like it doesn't have to be super amazing graphics. But the other thing that's cool is that's just like one little aspect, and there's so many different things you can do with all these FGL games that you can decide I'm going to focus on this area or that area, and just get really good at it.
Yeah.
So it's really, again, the content is just really dope.
It is.
Yeah, we really want to build something that can be fun for anyone. Some people just want to collect and like build up a really cool looking mecha, for example, in Mecha Worlds, or others are like completely crazy about outlaw troopers and sort of those the frenzy of those battles, which. Personally, like I always die. Too fast, really. So
D-Gen kicks in, and you're like, oh, I got too many ships to take out. Boom! Next thing you know, your HP's gone. But that's the challenge. Right. Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
I love people talking smack in the Discord too. That's a lot of fun.
Oh, it's great.
In between gaming and stuff.
Yeah, the banters. It's fun. It's friendly. It's competitive, and we like competitive. We like competing. I think it's in our nature, and that's what makes these a lot of these games, especially for me, like Outlaw Troops. I love it. Like I have so much fun, hopping in the chats and just like going back and forth with everybody.
Yeah.
The amazing community you guys have.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, we're super happy with our community, and that's something that has really kept us in this space. Also, I mean, when we launched, like we didn't know what to expect. Like, we came from a completely different world in terms of audience. So yeah, at first it might have been a little bit, intimidating, sort of the passion, so to say, that it can be behind the community. But it's absolutely just a blast to work with and see all the engagement and for just little things that we also do to try to keep the community sort of happy and engaged and involved. Like in a couple of weeks from now, we're also going to compete in the NFT World Cup, which is like this, I think, really fun way that they're gonna like let projects compete with each other in like a 3D animated character arena where like all these different NFTs are gonna fight each other. And we thought that this was going to be something really sort of fun to join into. But of course, when we decided to sign up for this, they needed an NFT like that they're gonna 3D model and animate. So we're like, okay, it's going to be a trooper. That's something that we decided. But then which trooper? We let our community decide. It's going to be Phantom, by the way.
Oh, I voted for Phantom. I wanted Phantom. I got the second round, the top four, the second round. I was like,
Phantom, so you got your
or
scoop
Starfall.
there. Like you get this exclusive scoop for the podcast.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that's
That's so
awesome.
cool. Yeah.
You know what I wanted to mention, going back to the FGL chart, the fact that that movement happened in the market that we're in, and the same thing with the game development and the engagement that's still there, that's really cool. And then I have your the FGL meta token site up, and I was looking at that, and just like you said, it's like this is a perfect lead-in. But the fact that you were in the traditional gaming and you crossed over into the NFTs, and I think you had like 70 plus games that were on like the various apps, like the iPhone apps and whatever's for Google. So a lot of people don't realize that, you didn't just get into the gaming world starting with the NFT gaming. And so you bring a lot of experience into what we want to accomplish, which is to get more of those traditional players into the NFT gaming market. It's like, if I always lead with, if you guys have ever played Minecraft and all those things that you create, if those were your NFTs and you owned it, you could buy, sell it, you could rent it out to somebody. If this is your asset.
Yeah.
I mean, why would you not do that instead of like dumping money into skins or all these other add-ons?
True. I mean, people already dump money into these games when they literally get nothing sort of back. It's not nothing, right? They get the enjoyment back. But
the entertainment,
the enjoyment and the ownership of what you
Then the next version of the game comes out and you can't carry those over. It's like, that's what's beautiful about this NFT. It's like, you can take what you earn and you could carry it over and use it in the next iteration of whatever's coming out.
Yeah, and what we're excited about is also these, for example, these crossovers that we've been doing, right? So you can use your NFT not just in one of our games, but like we find ways that they can interact with all of the games that we launch, and of course, like the partnerships that we do, Starship or Alien Worlds, and like we're looking into like other chains where we can branch out into and see if we can do some multi-chain crossover projects like that. And I think that's also something more exciting to sort of expand the audience. And then of course the news from Google a couple of weeks ago that they are, lots of restrictions still, but they are gonna allow NFTs into the apps in the Google Play Store. Obviously we're already like thinking of the best ways to sort of set that up and integrate it. And a lot of game companies, from what I see just like in the Web2 game industry, that are the companies that are sort of Web3 curious, they're all looking more into building a Web 2.5 model, basically, where users can choose to interact with NFTs, to purchase them and set up a wallet and things like that if they want to. But if they don't want to, then they don't have to. They can just like continue playing with just like normal in-app purchases and non-NFT assets.
Sure.
So things like I think there's a lot of like shifting is going to happen more in that direction in the next few months, especially now that sort of Google made this decision.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think that's the ease of access. That's what we're missing, and that's going to give people the opportunity to play these games. And then if they get really into it, then they can start looking at the NFT ownership aspect of it. And then like with the NFT tokens, currently everything FGL right now is on the Wax blockchain, but they're going to be expanding to the ADA blockchain as well as the Binance blockchain.
Yeah.
And with every blockchain expansion, that is a whole new base of potential players.
Such a good move.
Yeah. It's more engagement, the better. And I think those are like, I love ADA. I love that blockchain. I love that crypto, not financial advice, but, and Binance, they're not going away anytime soon.
Right.
People will try. It ain't happening. Probably because of all that Bitcoin, but the fact they do one-on-one on everything they have, but that's another story. But yeah, I'm going to throw down some links to all the games after the episode.
Great.
So people can check out what we're talking about.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely.
Beatz, what do you want to talk about, man? We've been hogging the mic.
I'm like a sponge. I'm just over here absorbing. I like that. I like the origin story that you guys were, in Google Play Store, what have you, into the Flash games, and you realize, okay, well, there's an opportunity here to, take advantage of this new wave of blockchain gaming technology and like figure out a way to make it fun and engaging. And my favorite game is Outlaw Troops. I play Cosmic Clash, I play Mecha World, but at the end of the day, Outlaw Troops is my favorite game, and I'm loving this new season. I just have to give you kudos. This new season is so dope, it's so cool. Um, there's a lot of new aspects have been introduced, and yeah, I mean, you guys are just kicking ass. You know,
Yeah,
pardon my
I
French,
mean,
but
a lot of
you're doing
that.
it.
Yeah, I have to give it to him. A lot of that goes to Boo Boo, the developer, because he's got these like crazy ideas that he keeps coming up with to add in more and like some more ideas, more battle modes, more mechanics to the gameplay and all that stuff. So yeah, he's like the mastermind of Outlaw Troopers, and he's doing really a fantastic job. But what like we like Roger and I obviously also helped to sort of shape that world. And what I really like about Outlaw Troopers is that how it sort of sits in the middle of kind of what we already had, with Mecha World and Cosmic Clash. And how sort of that easily sort of ties in all the assets and like all kind of fun story arcs that we can sort of hang on to that.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure like with any new game, sort of new world that we're gonna launch, it's all gonna find a spot somehow back into Outlaw Troopers.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Love the concept.
Again, the crossover play, being able to use NFTs, for instance, from Mecha World. You can have a mecha body that's equipped up with the components or not, either or. You could bring that into Outlaw Troops, and you can mine Life Force within Outlaw Troops, which is the most valuable, in my opinion, the most valuable resource right now within Outlaw Troops. And I love it. And then you have Cosmic Clash tournaments where you can use the ships that you buy from the Cosmic Clash NFT collection. Maybe you don't play Cosmic Clash when you use it within the game of Outlaw Troops, but you could go over there, you could do the weeklies, and you can make passive income. That's what I see. I see all this crossover play, and there's always multiple ways to make some FGL token from one or the other. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, we really try to sort of have something appealing to every type of player. Some players are really in it for the tournaments, and others are just really in it for sort of that strategy management game type of play style. And well, like you just said, I think for anyone could sort of find a way that they could sort of best enjoy the game. And yeah, that's also kind of partially built on that experience that we just took from Web 2, like to see how different elements of a game, how people interact with that differently. I mean, this is going to sound really silly as a comparison, but for example, with our home designer match 3 game, that had 2 really strong components. You either like the match 3 and you sort of the home design stuff, you're like, yeah, whatever, you just do that to complete, to like run through to the next level. And there's other players who sort of really love that and really go into the nitty gritty of the design and really make sure that all the furniture matches. And then they need to do the match 3 to sort of grind through to that. So like all these different sort of things that the game offers something to enjoy for every type of player. Like, yeah, that's something that, we're also integrating into our Wax games.
Very cool. Yeah.
Love it. Hey, Beatz, check on the chat and see what's going on there.
We got some people over here, huh?
Yeah.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna share my screen to the FGL meta token site. And just to give you guys a visual, with what we're talking about. This is what it's all about. This is the FGL token, and it's all connected in the FGL metaverse. And I don't have to read every single line, but this really gives you the nuts and bolts of what they're doing. But the other thing I wanted to show is right here. This is more what she was talking about. And I was talking about the fact that they didn't start in NFT gaming. So, yeah, and I like that Google Play Store.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Outlaw Troops, real quick, sounds like in the chat here, people are loving the FGL Vault. The transparency there, it shows what players are doing, and so forth. I love the transparency of Outlaw Troops. I really do. So you can see what other people are doing, maybe learn from it. It's pretty cool.
That's really great to hear. And yeah, that's something that for us felt sort of logical to like share everything that's going on and stuff that's in the pipeline and all this. Yeah, well, that all the elements basically of what's involved in game development. But yeah, we noticed like not every project handles it that way. Some of them are sort of very shielding, and yeah, I mean, it is sometimes scary to just like share all the stuff that's going on, because sometimes you've shared your plans and then it turns out that you cannot deliver because stuff is delayed. That
Point.
happens, that happens. But yeah, like so far, again, the community has just been really, really great with supporting us and sort of understanding where we're coming from and where we're going to.
Yeah. So I have a question here from the chat. What new games are in the pipeline for FGL? Can you drop us some alpha?
So there's actually 2 games that are going to be worked on. One I cannot talk about yet, but that will come when the time is ripe. The other one, obviously, being Nifty Fish. So also the FGL Metaverse land drop, that made it sort of possible for us to sort of raise some more money that we're currently investing in really building Nifty Fish. Nifty Fish has been a really long time coming. It was already planned to release. I think we originally planned it for like end of last year. But then that was also like, when we originally planned that, we didn't have Outlaw Troopers in the pipeline yet. So that kind of, came in when we started talking with Boo Boo about it. So that kind of, that went first. Nifty Fish kind of been a little bit sort of on the back burner, really waiting for the right moment. But yeah, that's sort of in full development now.
Cool.
No specific timeline yet when it's gonna come out. There's still sort of too much up in the air to really sort of mention a date for it.
Sure.
But yeah, I'm quite excited about this, and I know there's quite a couple of fish fans in the community who are excited as well.
Yeah, I'm
Awesome.
one of them. I'm one of them.
Me too. Me too. Yeah, I like it.
Nice.
I thought I remembered this Nifty Fish, and then Outlaw Troopers just came along. So, but yeah, just if you can see on the screen here, I'm excited for this game. And basically, you can see what you're doing. You're same deal. You're collecting NFTs that you can blend, and you're going to be able to fish. And you're going to get unique fishing poles and lures. That's going to be dope.
That's cool.
Just to see what you can catch, and then you can blend them to make even more rare fish. And like this fighting fish, I don't even know this, amassing them into large armies to battle. That sounds awesome too.
That's awesome. I can't wait.
So I think it's going to be another great success, and it'll be interesting to see how many people are into that game.
Yeah.
Don't mind me as I'm just scrolling through the sites as you guys talk.
No, that's fine, totally fine. It's I see, like I see that they updated these images from the different like what is it, ships and Outlaw Troopers assets there. I didn't see that yet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, looking sharp. Real nice. That's a weapon amplifier. I believe that's an Aegis. That is turret socket, and the fourth one I can't remember, but
okay, yeah. You're way better versed in all the assets than I
am. It's all good. Like I said, I mean, we jam out on this game every day. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we get a little jazzed.
Yeah, I have to admit, like the last couple of months, I didn't have that much time myself to really like deep dive into it and play, and part of that is also because next to my FGL job, I'm also the manager at the Dutch Games Association. So wow. Just like the trade association for like the Dutch game studios, and there's I think in the Netherlands alone there's about 500-ish studios.
Wow.
So yeah, anyway, like for example, right now I'm in the middle of setting up a trade mission in a whole country pavilion with like 20 companies that we're bringing to Gamescom. Have you guys heard of Gamescom?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's like there's quite a lot of work involved in that. So it's been a bit crazy, a bit frantic, and I had to sacrifice a bit of like NFT game playtime for that. But that'll come back again.
Yeah, well, you're doing the good work for the players, We all appreciate it. That's pretty cool.
That whole gaming business thing, Yeah, and I'm getting excited because probably into next year, I'm going to start actually trying to go to some of these NFT gaming conferences.
Oh, nice.
Just check out and actually meet people face to face, which is kind of foreign in this day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard that NFT New York's pretty good. Haven't been there yet myself.
That's the one that's closest to me because I'm up in down East Maine.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I've been to
Crafty,
NFT London, and that was pretty good. So I'm guessing New York is like better and bigger even.
Yeah, and I've never been out to Las Vegas, so it'd be an excuse to go out there, and because the conference isn't going to last all 3 days or whatever, but
right,
just a good excuse to do some exploring.
Right.
So
yeah, absolutely.
Well, Beatz, anything else you want to talk about specific to any of the games?
No, I'm enjoying just learning about the origin story, what's going on, what's coming up. Even though that one game can't be mentioned, I'm looking forward to it. I know that
I can already say it's like one of those collaboration projects.
Okay.
So
all right.
That's all I'm gonna leak.
That's good. That's a good leak. Yeah, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
And one of the best places to be is in their Discord because
Absolutely,
they give a lot of details and information there, including pictures.
Yeah. So. Leaks come out daily. No, I won't say that. I'll say leaks come out often within the FGL Discord. Just hop in there. The community's awesome. Everyone's really helpful. They love answering questions, helping you out, getting you started. If you need a spot to start, head there. FGL Discord, baby.
We're a friendly and welcoming bunch, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's a good time. And I do have to give my hat off to Boo Boo. I mean, this man is like, I don't even think he's human at this point. You have such a little time in between, say, a season of like Outlaw Troops, and the amount of advancement and the gameplay and the things that are added in, like all the new stuff, it's really impressive. Yeah. And I love it. I just love what you guys are doing.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That's cool. Actually another fun fact about the history of FGL. Both Boo Boo and the team behind Mecha Worlds are devs that we all know from the Flash days.
Wow.
So you see
OGs.
Yeah, all OGs.
OGs.
Yeah.
So funny. I have a TV that I've kept just so I can hook up my little Nintendo Entertainment System clone that I have, so I can play some of those older games. Because the TVs now, you don't have those connections; it's all USB.
Yeah, true. Like, what was it? The SCART cables, like those? You mean like the really old school ones?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, the three, like the yellow, the red.
Oh yeah.
Old auxiliary, baby. Yeah.
I just realized I still have an old Atari here that's just like collecting dust, but I have no TV anymore to hook it up to. So I'll need some adapters or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just seeing something on Twitter that you were like to date how old you were in the gaming system, and it was like the one thing that had like the ugly little prong that you had to screw onto, and then you had the cable that you hooked onto. I was like, yeah. That's me. And even before, I was playing Pong when that came out. So, and that was just the one black unit with two little dials. Yeah, I'm dating myself.
So cool, man. So cool.
Yeah. Hey, guys, I think we've covered pretty much everything that I had on the list to talk about. I want to thank you for stopping by. This has been
thank you
really insightful.
Yeah, thanks again for the invites. I mean, this is real fun, and I know you guys have been really, great supportive of our projects and very active members in our Discords. And always I love seeing the banter on there. And it's like thanks so much for just like being part of our community.
Oh yeah, love it. I mean, I'm a gamer by definition, so I got to feed my addiction. You guys do a great job of that. Yeah, very cool. Appreciate you coming on, and it's so cool. If you guys are watching this, go check out the FGL Discord. Get educated and learn about what's coming up, what's coming out. It's a lot of fun stuff, and the community's great. We might be countries apart, but we can still have fun and chill out together. So
for sure, yeah. This like the games all connect. Like from our team alone is from like really, really spread out all over the world, and so is our community. So I just love seeing that.
Yeah, very cool.
All right. Well, I think we will wrap it up, guys. Unless you want to do hit the chat one last time, see if anything else is going on here.
Well,
but I love the engagement.
Yeah, people asking about nifty fish leaks, top secret project in the works. Love it. I mean, it's content, baby. Let's rock and roll.
Yeah. I'm already like, oh man, I got to carve out my fish time now.
Yeah,
so
it's time to set some assets aside.
There's only so many games you can play, so they got to be quality.
Absolutely.
That's true. Time is a valuable asset.
So sweet. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up for episode number 7, all about FGL NFT games. I appreciate everyone stopping in and saying what's up. And we're going to cue the outro, and we'll talk to you later. Again, thank you so much for stopping by.
Appreciate
Thanks
you.
again. Bye-bye.